I'm with Steve McMichael, candidate. Steve McMichael. You know, you've had a lot of titles, you know, but now candidate. Steve McMichael for Romeoville.
Look, I'm looking at this like another mountain to climb, another accomplishment in my life I can be proud of. This isn't a whim. You know what defines a man's life? To climb up the mountain, because the top is a short stay. Now, when we won the Super Bowl, I was on top of the mountain, and I looked, and there was another mountain to climb. Climbing the mountain defines a man's life. When he looks in the mirror and that reflection is smiling at him, he's done something in his life.
You know, talk a little bit about why Romeoville. I mean, what drew you to Romeoville to begin with as an investor, both in the business and buying a home here?
The man that owns Mongo, McMichael, Stavros Bendonitis, came to me with the idea of putting my name on this building that he owns to bring some bear pride to Romeoville, because this place is a museum. And you look around, all the merchandise and the paraphernalia and and the legendary stuff we have in here that most people have never seen. That's one of the reasons they should come in here, just like they're coming to a museum to see artifacts from what they're a fan of. But he came to me with that idea. The misnomer that's been around in the press is that I own this place and all, you can't be mayor and have a special interest like that in town. Well, this is my answer. I used to run around on the Soldier Field grass for the Bears, and I used to call that my house. I didn't own that either.
Talk a little bit about the reasons why you're choosing to run as mayor. What specifically are some of the reasons why you'd like to run?
The state of education in our country has got me appalled. And I've got a 4.5-year-old baby girl that's going to start to school herself next year, and I moved here for the biggest reason, to get her a small town, this village. It's like where I grew up. I want her to have my mentality, how I grew up, not downtown in the big city. It's mean and ugly down there, baby. I came here when Stavros opened this place, and I started meeting the people that came in here. Deja vu, growing up in my hometown. I started getting an affinity for this place, and that's when it struck me, 2 years ago when this place opened and meeting the people, maybe this is a place I need to raise my daughter.
There will be a lot of issues that come up between now and next April, and I'm sure, residents and people will bring those issues to light during this time. How important is it to listen to the residents, through this process? I mean, obviously you have your reasons for running, but, those may change between now and April.
I think a debate, a mayoral debate or a presidential debate is hypocrisy. What difference does it make what a public official thinks has been voted in by the majority of the people from that village or a president of the United States? What difference does it make what they think? This is a government by the people and for the people, and that's how you should mediate and legislate. A town council meeting is this easy. Well, this is on the mayoral desk. What do you guys think? And if the majority of the people hold their hand up, we want it, that should happen. And the other way too, it don't matter what the mayor thinks. If the majority of the people in this village don't want something, it shouldn't happen, should it? Because that is a republic, that is a democracy. Not somebody lording over the people that voted for him. Isn't that a novel concept?
It is.
Well, it wasn't when the country was founded. People have said, well, what experience did you have in government? Well, this is my answer. George Washington didn't have any experience in public office until he was elected. He did a pretty good job, didn't he?
He did. And, talk a little bit too about, where's that, when will it start for you as far as knocking on doors and, all the political grind? It's probably already started with a lot of media attention. But
you're sitting here interviewing me because you're a media outlet, just like all the other ones these past few days that are, the word got out, I'm running for mayor, and my phone lit up like a Christmas tree. That's why you're here, and that's beautiful. But the word gets out like this through the media. That's why it's the TV stations make big bucks reporting the news because people watch. That's the way to get your message out there, man. And you know, the election is this next April 9th. I'm sure me and my staff that I'm going to put together are going to be walking around and knocking on doors and filling in people that don't watch this or read what you're going to write about what I said. They didn't get to see that. Well, they can see it personally when I'm around. I just went to Crest Hill. For one reason or another, they didn't want me to do it here in Romeoville at the Romeo Fest, but I went to the Crest Hill Fest. And the food pantry there, you know, needed some donations to buy some pounds of food. They had me go sit and sign autographs for the people standing in line and take donations for the food pantry. Raised $1,000 in 2 hours for the food pantry, and I was just over there at the town council meeting getting honored for it.
You know, speak a little bit too about the politics that you've experienced so far in Romeoville. I mean, obviously, you have an opinion on politics and how it's affected you, or your experience with local politics here in Romeoville. Politics
has no place in good government. Politics is a selfish thing to me, you know, promoting yourself. I want to promote the people of this village. That is good government. I'll say it again, what they want. You know, I live by the axiom, treat people the way you want to be treated. And it has always chafed me when somebody tried to shove something down my throat saying it was the best thing for me. If it ain't what I wanted, it's a bad thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You know, you've always been known as the people's champ anyhow, being a 1985 Bears Super Bowl winner. You're blue collar, and that's one of the reasons why people really get behind the Bears. I think people appreciate that blue collar work ethic, especially that you guys established and took it all the way to a Super Bowl.
It blows me away that this is a blue collar town. The majority of the people in this town, which means the majority of the vote, is blue collar. And the Republicans are running this thing? That's an oxymoron.
If people want to get in touch with you in an effort to maybe perhaps they want to help out with the election, or they just want to, is this a good place to come?
I want people to call Mongo McMichaels to give them the message if they need me to help them, just like Crest Hill did. This is my tithing I'm doing in my life. One of the things I'm most proud of in my professional career is the years I've been in Chicago, the Chicagoland area. That's 30 years now. I'm not brand new to this area. I've helped raise more money for charity than I made playing pro football by leaps and bounds. This is the kind of help I want to give this town, because I wanted to talk about what I want to do for the school systems here. And it's not, the town is not responsible to give the money to the school district to help the school out. But the things I've done to raise money over the years, I can do the same thing here, and the school system will benefit.
You know,
my daughter.
Right.
And when I do for her, everybody else's kid gets taken care of, don't they?
You know, would you say that you know, maybe some of the issues that are going on here, it's still Romeoville is still an ongoing developing community. It's still developing, hasn't quite fully developed to its potential.
Yeah, you know, the first thing I want up, and if he hears this, he's going to do it. The other side is going to do this. This needs to change right now. When you're coming down 55, both sides, you know, before you hit 50, the 53 exit, it says Bolingbrook. Why doesn't it say Romeoville too? That's the first thing that's going to change if I get mayor. So everybody knows going down that interstate, well, there's Romeoville. This is what everybody in Romeoville should be excited about even before they vote for me to be mayor. I've been out there on the campaign trail already these past few days on every media outlet in Chicago. And how did Romeoville benefit from this? On everybody's tongue, Steve McMichael and Romeoville.
You know,
everybody's talking about Romeoville. Isn't that good for business? Finally, the businesses around that want to set up shop, bring a business somewhere, they hear about you when they didn't know you existed before. Maybe they're going to say, well, man, that might be a good idea to go set up a business there, huh?
What's been the reaction from some of your teammates, former teammates, and friends in the business? Because you yourself are part of the media, or once part of the media. You've held a lot of times.
I have
part of the media. Show,
a radio show.
Right.
I'm going to do the pre and post game show on ESPN this year, and hopefully we can get it done where we get some sponsors and we have the post game show right here. Wouldn't that be beautiful? What was the question now?
What has been their thought on it? I mean, what have you heard back, the feedback from your friends, family, former teammates? Have you seen a lot of support?
Here's the big one. Mike Ditka. I just did an ESPN special for their TV show. They did, the old days. They had me and Ditka and Willie Gault and Wally Agunlie talking about the good old days playing for the Bears, right? Well, after it's over, because it's right across the street from his restaurant down there, right off of Michigan Avenue. I go over there and I'm sitting at the table with him and we're talking and I bring it up. Well, I'm thinking about running for mayor of the town I live in now, Romeoville. You know what he said? Do it.
And you don't back down from fights.
I've always listened to that old man's advice.
This is a challenge for you? This is a new challenge for you. Obviously, running for political office, you put yourself out there, but you're used to being in the public eye.
Yes. Look, who do you think mediated that locker room? Oh, that would have been a torn fabric without me being around saying, what are you guys doing to my team? And that's ultimately what this town, Romeoville, or any other village, to be successful, that's what you need. Everybody, the majority, being in sync and together with what they want. That's when stuff happens, and that's when you know success and things come out right.
Well, this has been Steve McMichael out at his restaurant. Bobby Leach for the Times Weekly newspaper. Mr. McMichael, wish you the best of luck. Good luck with the election, and good luck with the football season right around the corner.
Thank you.
Thanks, and thanks for spending some time with the Times Weekly and our readers.
The media has always been an outlet for me to entertain my fans.